Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to be here, and thank you for the organizing committee to select my abstract to be presented today. And I would like to ask all of you to shift your perspective to this one is not Cockney, but is Cockney, not Cockney, because this one is about caregivers, adult caregivers who take parent caregivers who take care of their mentally ill child at home. It's different perspective. Okay. So today I will present about the effect of the Psychiatric Family Caregiving Program, the one that we are developed. And we measure, how that affect to the caregiving skills and caregiving stress and caregiving burden among caregivers of persons with schizophrenia. And we also measure about the medication adherence among persons with schizophrenia. So this is my research team as the PI, and then one of them is my colleague, the second one, Sirilat, but the three one is the APN, we call APN in Thailand. We merge the nurse practitioner and CNAs, and then we call as the APN, advanced practitioners. And then they are the advanced practitioners who work in the psychiatric hospital in the northern part of Thailand, because Chiang Mai is in the northern part of Thailand. And I hope that, after you attend my session, you know about, how the caring affect to the family caregivers and the importance of caregiving skills that I will touch a little bit because we have a limited time, and also the process of how the intervention, can help those family caregivers, how they can enhance their caregiving skill and help them to provide care effectively, and understand how, our intervention can increase the medication adherence of the person with schizophrenia. And for the significance of the problem, because like I said before, in Thailand, maybe it's strong point or maybe it's a weak point, because all of the patient, the psychiatric patient who discharged from the hospital, they live with the family. And like I said before, for the younger carer, we don't have such that problem because the other sibling will stay in the adult, but we have adult caregivers. So because we have like extended family, so that's why, if someone got like mentally ill, we need to take care, the whole family need to take care of the problem. So, and we think that the family caregivers is the key person, who take care of the person with schizophrenia when they discharge from the hospital. So that's why we think that, to provide them the quality of care, provide them how to take care of the person with schizophrenia at home is really important, because that will lead to the longer stay in the community, of the person with schizophrenia. And actually I do the systematic review about the experience of caring of person with schizophrenia at home, and then we got like 49 studies, and then we got 27 that include to our systematic review, and then we find the common thing that across the worldwide, and then one of that is that they express the needs, how to the hands-on experience, how to take care of their family members. They don't know how to do it. Even right now we know, schizophrenia is kind of famous, is kind of the most diagnosis that we found, right? But actually, when you interview with the caregiver, they don't know what is it. They don't know how to deal with it. So that is, the lack of caregiving skill lead them to have like a, psychological stress and feel stress and burden, and also make them struggle with the caregiving role at the beginning, especially for the caregiver who are at first episode. They don't know how to take care of their mentally ill child at home. And so we think that it's time to develop the intervention that beyond the psychoeducation program, because this is the worldwide established, right? Even in Thailand, we have like a psychoeducation program to prepare the caregivers. And then in the hospital in Thailand, almost of the caregivers who take care of person with schizophrenia before they discharge the patient, they need to have that program. Yes, and then it's not enough, because we think that we need to create a family intervention that beyond the psychoeducation program. And so that's why I'm here and to present you, because we developed such that program. And then we aim to train or prepare family caregivers in order to provide care effectively, especially to enhance their caregiving skills. And actually, this is the second project, because when we develop the program, we test the program by when we measure the caregiving skill first to make sure that our program is work, because it can increase the caregiving skill of the caregivers. So this is the second project that we extend the outcome, beyond the caregiving skill. We also measure the caregiving stress and caregiving burden, and also we measure about the medication adherence of the person with schizophrenia. Because I will talk about that later on the conceptual framework, why we think that it can go beyond the caregiving skill. And we run the randomized experimental research design. The population is the primary caregivers who take care of person with schizophrenia, and then they need to reside, they need to live together. And then at least 6 months, because that's, they're familiar with the caregiving task. So that is the reclusion criteria. And then they need to be adult, Actually, for this project, we include all adult caregivers, but I will talk about the characteristics later. It's fall into the current. Okay, and then we use the convenience sampling to include all people who met the inclusion criteria, the pair of the 120 caregivers and person with schizophrenia, and after that we randomly assign them to 60 for the control group and 60 for the experimental group. And in the control group, the caregivers receive the regular care, and for the experimental group, they receive the Scientific Family Caregiving Program that provided by the scientific nurse. And we measure both group was test for the level of caregiving skill and caregiving stress and caregiving burden at pre and post intervention immediately and at 1 month follow-up period. And for person with schizophrenia was test the level of medication adherence at pre and post and at the 1 month follow-up period, the same period as the caregivers. And so I would like to talk more about our intervention, because this is the one that we create, and it based on my dissertation result. And at that time I used grounded theory, and I interviewed 30 mothers who take care of their mentally ill child at home, Thai mothers. And then I found out the caregiving skills that they need to provide to take care of their mentally ill child at home. And then I found about 14 skills that needed. And then I found that the process of care and also the caregiving tasks, that I can divide it into 3 caregiving tasks. And so that's the intervention will cover all skills that they need to take care of their mentally ill child at home. Okay. So it is the 6th session of 2 hours weekly. At first we thought that it's really long, but when we run it, you know what happened? They need more time because we use participatory learning, and then we allow them to, you know, to talk and share their experience. And then they like that, especially when we talk about the session about the skills, you know, they need more time. They need more time to express and ask about that. So the session 1 is we talk about the concept of psychiatric family caregiving, how important of them, the caregiver's role and process of the psychiatric care, and the concept of caregiving skill. That's in the first session. And the second one, you know, and the session 2 and session 3 is like the psycho-education program. But the difference is that we use the participatory learning. So we don't teach them. We just, you know, allow them to talk about how they think about the sign and symptom and the warning sign and what is their attitude toward the illness, something like that. And then the session 3 is about treatment and medication, you know, and we emphasize on the side effect of the medication and how to take care of their mentally ill child, you know, when they have the side effect and severe side effects. But for the session 4 and session 6, this is different from the psychoeducation because we focus on the skills that they need to take care of their mentally ill members. You know, the first, for the fourth one, you know, that is the skills that deal with the routine life when they live together. For example, maybe, you know, how to deal with the stigmatization, how to deal with the socialization, how to greet with people, how to say thank you, something like that. That's all kind of stuff that, and then we take we use like the role play, you know, they pair together and then, you know, take the role play to do that, the skill. You know. And session 5 focus on the skill that deal with the symptom, psychiatric symptom. For example, how to deal with the hallucination, how to deal with the delusion, hallucination, and aggressive behavior, especially when they have exacerbation, how they need to deal with the violent. And the last one is about medication management skill. This one is, you know, how to make sure that they take medication and, you know, how to make sure they go to follow up, you know, with the psychiatrist, and then how they, if they refuse taking medication, how to deal with that, something like that. That's all kinds of stuff that, you know, they talk and share together in the group. And this is our conceptual framework because we believe, you know, we work under the stress and coping model, and then we believe that if we increase the personal resource for the caregivers, so they will feel competent to do the caregiving, right? So that's why, you know, we provide a program for them and then increase the personal resource and also the skill acquisition. This one is belief that, you know, the skill will develop over time, but you need to give them the right skill. Otherwise, they will go through the trial and error, and then they come up with the wrong skill. For example, one mother tried to deal with the side effect of medication, and she did the wrong thing. You know, she put the water on her son, you know, who has like a oculation, like, you know, and then she said that, you know, just watering him and then turn on the fan and he's shaking and then he's okay, his eyes, you know, become normal, something like that. So that's why we think that if we teach them the right skill at the beginning, they can develop over time. So when they have the skills and they will have a sense of mastery, they can control the caregiving situation, they can deal with whatever that happened, and they will satisfy with their role and you know, less stress, so that keep their psychological well-being and the good clinical outcome, for example, for the relapse rate of the patient and for the medication adherence. For this project, we measure only number 3 and number 4, which is the stress and burden, and then number 4 is medication adherence. For number 1 and number 2, I cannot use this one because the sense of mastery and role satisfaction. I think for the next project we will expand here for the clinical outcome or other outcome. Okay, it's like test our model. And so this is the result. The characteristic of the caregivers, like I said, is adult caregiver. You can see the age. The mean age is 46.4 and 56.4 and 55. So it's no different between the two groups in terms of gender and the mean age, the marital status, the career, income, and relationship with the patient. Mostly is the parents, either mother or the father. Few of the cousin. Okay, no children. No children at all. And the time of caregiving and the number of patient hospitalization is not different between the two groups. Also for the characteristic of the person with schizophrenia, you can see the mean age is 39.7 and 37.5 between two groups is not different. The adult, and marital status, marital not martial, career, income, and length of illness. But we found that gender is different, more male in the control group and more female in the experimental group. And then we think that, maybe, make the, can affect to the caregiving. But when we look at the severity of the illness, you can see this is the time of the caregiving. Like I said, both group taking care of the person with schizophrenia from 1 year to 10 years, mostly 1 to 5, right? And then not different from the two group, and 6 to 10, So that means that it's not that too chronic, it's 1 to 10 years, okay? And this one, the number of patient hospitalization, which means that when they are relapse or exacerbation and readmitted, right? So mostly, both groups go to 1 to 5, right? You can see there. So it's not that the severe, this group is not that severe of the person with schizophrenia. Okay? So this is the result of our outcome, for the mean score of the caregiving skill. You can see that because of skill acquisition, we believe that at first, for the pre-test, there are no difference between the two groups. And for the post-test immediately, which means the 6 weeks after intervention, the skill, quite the same, they're not different between the two groups. But after 1 month, they kind of learning by doing when they go back, and do the caregiving. So the differences between the two groups, from the experimental and the control group is totally different. P-value less than 0.0. And for the caregiving stress, you can see here, actually, when we test the statistical difference between two groups, it's non-significant. But when you see the graph, we call that it's clinically significant because it's different for the raw score, the mean score, like for the 1 month follow-up period. The caregiver in the experimental group has decrease of the caregiving stress. And for the caregiving burden, so this one you can see that the differences between the two groups at the post-test and 1 month follow-up period. So the experimental group, has a decrease of the caregiving burden. Statistically significant. This is the graph to show you about the medication adherence. If you remember, you can see, the pre-test is quite the same, right? And post-test immediately, the experimental, can take care better, and then make the person with schizophrenia can have medication adherence more, and at the 1 month follow-up period, still keep higher. So the implication we thought that our program is, can statistically increase caregiving skills, especially at the 1 month follow-up period, and clinically decrease caregiving stress, even is non-significant, but is, clinically significant, and statistically decrease caregiving burden of the caregivers. And to participate in the program is able to prepare them, the caregiver, to take care of a person with schizophrenia in terms of the medication adherence, so lead to the increase of medication adherence of person with schizophrenia. And so that's we recommend, to use this program implemented to the routine care, and then I have my students, all over the hospital, and then they take my program to use in the routine care, and right now, they keep measure that. It's quite good, yeah. And but because of the caregiving stress, you see that is not significant. So because we see the component, we don't have the component of that, and that's the expression from the caregiver themselves as well. They said that they want to know how to cope with their stress and teach us about that. You should talk more about this. We don't talk about that much. Okay, so I think that for the next step, I think I need to modify the program and put the component of the how to cope with stress, daily stress. All right? So this. Okay. Thank you for your attention.
I have a comment. I'm impressed that you found so many families.
Oh yeah, we have a lot.
Because we have a small country with many people. It's difficult to find 120 schizophrenic patients.
Oh, actually, this is from 4 sites.
Okay.
From 4 hospitals,
Yeah.
and then they are all my master degree students, and they are the nurse practitioner APM, and then from each site we include like 30. 15 of the patient and 15 of the caregivers, and then 4 sites, conclude to 60. So that's why we have like a huge group. From the northern part of Thailand, 4 hospitals. 1 is for the tertiary care, and the other 3 is secondary care.
Yes, I was hoping that the caregivers stay connected after the training as a support network.
Yes, we have the Caregiver Association, and then right now they use my booklet, because they asked me to write about how to take care of their family members at home, and then I write the version that they can use it. Yeah, and then they use it, and then they still keep connected and talk about that in the association. Like you have the chapter here, right? What do you have? The self-help group, right? The family. The family caregiver here, so we established in Thailand too. Yes, please.
Is the experiment still ongoing at the 4 sites?
No, but they, right now I decided, I asked them to measure for the relapse rate. We will start for the next one and add more.
Follow-up?
Yeah, follow up on that, because right now they kind of use the program in their routine, and some of them they modify, so I need to deal with that, because some of them they think that they modify, some component to suitable for their setting, something like that. So I need to talk. If I want to measure, I need to control about that.
I would imagine that after maybe like 6 months to a year, it'd be really interesting to see if the positive effect increases or if it goes away. Based on, sometimes if people are in an experiment and they know they're being observed, and there's very likely an experimental effect. And various things in terms of attrition too, you have problems with the experiments. But I would imagine, I would probably take a guess that the stress, you might find it to be statistically significant over a greater time period, when people are becoming more familiar with the routine. Like a month seems really, well, it might be long enough for people to develop that routine in how they're caregiving, but once they get really into the groove and if it becomes more of a habit, the stress might actually start to decrease if it becomes more familiar to them. But that, I think a month learning period is still, they're still really
Too
trying
short,
to,
right?
yeah, they might be trying to pick it up and.
Yeah, thank you. We think about to follow up more because we think about how to like the booster dose, after they got the intervention, right? How long that is sustain women, the caregiving skill, and then after that they need to come and then we boost that.
It's really great though. Really good what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.